Hey, my high achievers! Day 2. Oh my goodness. Who's having fun? I am. Okay, so much to unpack for day 2. Have you checked your emails? Day 2 is a little bit intense, you guys. Before we really dive into this, I want you to comment this as I say it so that everybody remembers and notices. There is no email for day 3. You're not going to get an email tonight from me because there's no email for day 3. Okay? So, no email for day 3. Next thing I want you to type is bring paper to day 3 training. Okay? We are going to be working on the next assignment together. Okay? So, hi Belinda. So, make sure you bring paper and a pen. Bring paper and a pen to day 3. Okay. So, day 2, we're talking about 100 desires. And I really debated singing some Backstreet Boys, but I won't torment you all and sing Backstreet Boys. But we're talking about our desires, okay? And so your assignment is to write down 100 things that you want to see, do, experience, and accomplish in the next 5 years, okay? Now, you guys, I do this every year. Every year, my 100 are different. Some of them kind of stick around. Some of them completely get crossed off. Some of them change. Last 2 years ago, Linda, I'm not going to do it. I put that I wanted to learn about cameras and take pictures of my kids more. And looking back, I was like, what the heck? By the end of the year, that was not even on my radar. I hadn't thought about it again at all. It was not a priority to me. It's still not a priority to me. My cell phone is good enough. So I want you to write down 100 things, okay? After that, you're going to go and look at your list of 100 things. You're going to circle your top 25. Those are the things that you want to see, do, experience, and accomplish in the next 3 years. You're then going to go ahead and circle your top 10 that you want to accomplish in 1 year from now. And then you're going to narrow that down to your top 3. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of a mindset training with you guys for this exercise. So settle in, buckle up, get ready. You're probably going to want to make notes because this is going to be really good. I'm going to do a little bit of money mindset because coming up with 100 things is not easy. You're going to hit walls multiple times. I can promise you. You're going to think that you're done. Even if you're not at 100, you're going to go, I can't think of anything else, I'm done. And this is an assignment for you to be a little bit creative and let your mind just run wild with all the things that you could potentially do in 5 years. A hell of a lot can happen in a 5-year window. So, let loose, run wild, make big, crazy, audacious, scary goals. And so, first off, I want you guys to share in the group what some of your goals are. And, as you start pushing through these walls and these blocks that you're hitting, you're going to come up with stuff that's going to make you go, I never really thought that I would want that. But here I am. I wanted it. And now I'm kind of excited about it. Go to Pinterest. Pinterest is a really great resource to help give you ideas. But if you can share in the group what some of yours are, you can inspire other people. Other people maybe will inspire you for what some of your things are. But I want to do this mindset training, and it's geared around money. Because a lot of our goals, and everything in life, money just makes everything better. It just does. I'm not sorry to say it. Money just makes everything better. When you have more money, you feel good. When there are problems in your life, you can use money to solve like 99% of your problems. For example, if your marriage is on the rocks, if you had the money to afford to go to the best like relationship expert on the planet, that would probably repair your marriage. If your kid is struggling in school, if you had the money to afford a tutor, you would be able to help your child with their studies by hiring a tutor. Some of you are in Canada like me, so we have free healthcare, but some of you are in America and healthcare is not free. And imagine you needed some like really expensive medication to save your life that you could not afford. Well, if you had the money, it wouldn't be a big deal, right? So getting in this mindset of money can solve most of your problems is so important. And I want to tackle some of the things that people think about when it comes to money, because let's face it, most of your goals, especially the big ones, are going to be around money. You're going to need money to fund this stuff. Yes, Belinda. So, you know, some of the things that people think about money's dirty. Money makes people greedy. Money doesn't grow on trees. There's never enough money. Maybe your parents got divorced when you were younger and they cited money issues as the problem. Guess what? If they had more money, they probably wouldn't have those money issues. Their marriage maybe wouldn't have split up. I'm just saying, if money issues is the problem, having money is the issue. You want to have the money so that you can get rid of the issues. And so a lot of us grew up with these thoughts about money and how it's not great. These are false. Money is just a currency. Before money existed, people would barter things that they had. Berries, grains, skills that they had. You know, you go and hunt me a moose and I'm gonna build you a hut and we're gonna exchange. I mean, there's always been an exchange of value system in place before dollar bills and coins existed. And when you look at money as that tool, as a way to exchange value with somebody, it's harder to feel like it's bad when you're just using it as an exchange system. That's all it is. You're giving something to someone for their value. You know, you buy your groceries, you give the money, you get the groceries. You hire a coach, you give the money, you get whatever it is your coach is coaching you on. It's an exchange of value. Money is also an energetic being. Everything in the world gives off energy. You know, the things on my shelf, my little knickknacks, gave me a positive vibe when I looked at them. I wanted to buy them. I wanted to exchange my money for these things. Things that, you know, don't give me a great vibe. Am I going to buy some like ugly old like boot to hang on the wall? No, it doesn't make me feel good. It's all about the energy, and money is energy. The way we think about money puts off an energy out into the universe. And if we are putting out negative, low vibes about money to the universe, guess what's gonna happen? Money's not going to come to you. If you are coming from a place of scarcity, lack, desperation, I don't have enough, I'll never have enough, I can't afford this, like all of these negative words, not, can't, never, these are negative connotative words. When we have those types of words in our vocabulary, you better believe we're putting out a terrible vibe and blocking money from coming to us. But when you look at money as a resource and a tool and an energy vibration, and putting out gratitude for the money that you have and putting out love and excitement and joy towards money, it will come back to you. Money is also a constantly replenishable resource, you guys. People get so tied up in thinking that there's never enough money, but they have all the time in the world. You have this backwards. Time is depleting on you. Every second that I'm talking here, your time is depleting and my time is depleting. It's not replenishable. You have no idea when you're going to die. You have no idea what's going to happen to you tomorrow. You have no idea what your future holds. And yet we push things off for Monday or the new year or when it's the weekend or when things are just less crazy around here, when I have more money for that or blah, blah, blah. We just make all these excuses like we have all the time in the world. But my friends, time is a limited resource. Money is constantly being replenished. You can make money like this. It's out there. It's for your taking. Do you have a job? Does your job pay you? Yes. Do you have money coming into your bank account on a regular basis? Yes. Maybe you get paid every 2 weeks. Maybe you get paid every month. Maybe you get paid every week. I have no idea. But money is constantly being replenished in your bank account, is it not? You're always able to pay for your rent because the money's there. Now, some of you may say, no, I struggle to pay my rent. You're not looking at money the right way. Money comes from everywhere. You can sell anything and make money. Look at your skills. What skills do you have that you could be marketing to make a little bit of extra money if you needed to? Could you do graphic design? Canva's amazing. I'm not a Photoshop expert. But if you have a little bit of graphic design, you could be doing logos for people. You could be doing a little bit of graphic design for businesses and making a little bit of extra money, and it wouldn't take you a ton of time. Maybe you could be a virtual assistant. Maybe you could be a consultant of some sort. Money is everywhere, and you can get it from anywhere. So when we have these scarcity and lack, you just want to hold on to the money that you do have, you are ensuring that more money's not coming to you. You're blocking it. Be open, my friends. There's money everywhere. There's money to be made. There's plenty of it out there. You're scared to invest in your business. Your fear of releasing the money in the name of making more money is going to keep you from making more money. You can't come to a coach and say, I want to sell a $20,000 program. Can you help me? And your coach say, yes, I can. It's going to cost you $10,000 to work with me, but I'm going to show you how to sell that $20,000 program 5 to 10 times this year. And you go, oh my gosh, $10,000. I can't even fathom spending that much money. If you can't fathom spending that much money, how do you expect your potential clients to fathom spending that much money or more on you? You have to be willing to show up. You have to be willing to invest. You have to be willing to understand that money goes out and money comes back in. It is a flow. It's an energetic flow. Money makes you more of who you are. If you are one of those people that goes, well, you know what? Money just makes people greedy. No, money makes people more of who they are. If you have a pure heart and someone said, hey, here's $10 million, you just won the lottery. What are you going to do? Are you going to suddenly turn into the greediest person on the planet? I freaking hope not. I hope that you would say, I'm going to pay off these debts. I'm going to buy my mom a car. I'm going to buy my husband a man cave. I don't know. What do they want? I'm going to build a well in a third world country. I'm going to build a hospital. I'm going to give beds to the orphans. I'm going to feed the homeless. I'm going to do all the good things. Bad people with money do bad things. If you think that people with money are greedy and do bad things, you have a moral obligation to humanity, like no pressure, to go out and make a shit ton of money so that you can flip the script. Wouldn't it be amazing if the world was filled with rich people who were doing good all the time with their money? Oh my word, what a world we would live in, right? So instead of sitting back and bitching about people that have money and how you don't have money, go freaking make money and flip the script. Go be someone that does good in the world. I really love this example. If you go to church or whatever, some kind of community organization, I go to church. If you go to church and your church goes, guys, I mean, it's a church, right? They live on tithing. They live on people making donations. It's how they get by. They pay their salaries. They make sure the lights are on. They make sure the sound is on. They make sure the water is still running so everyone can go to the bathroom. We need a new roof. The roof is caving in. Someone's going to get hurt. It's going to rain or snow or something, and we are desperate for a new roof. There are a lot of people who want to go, do you know what? I'm going to volunteer my time. I'm going to come. I'm going to help build that roof. Don't you worry. Just let me know when to be there. And they're all going to show up with their cute little tool belts full of nails, and they're going to stand around. And there's no roof to be built. Do you know why there's no roof to be built? Because none of y'all are out there making that money to go, how much is the roof? 50 grand? Here's a check for 50 grand. Go buy all the supplies you need so that you can build the roof. So that your volunteers standing around out there with their cute little tool bags have something to do. If no one is using their money for good, then good things aren't happening in the world. Someone has to donate the money to put the roof on the church. Why can't it be you? Why are you looking at other people going, I'm just going to show up with a hammer? No! You're obligated. Go make some freaking money and make some changes in the world. I have a friend who's in the same network marketing company as me. She uses all of her money. Her husband is a doctor. She uses all of her money in her network marketing company for an orphanage in Africa. And they are about to open their second orphanage in India. And she came on Facebook a couple of weeks ago and said, Facebook. And she posts the most heartbreaking pictures of these children that are abandoned on their doorsteps, that have been injured, burned, starving to death. Viruses, infections. It's horrific. The work she does is so important. No, it makes me emotional. She said, people, I've got 8 cribs. I have 17 babies. I need cribs. Don't you want to be someone that sees a call like that? Sorry, makes me emotional. Think of this. Don't you want to be someone who sees a call like that and go, girl, okay, obviously you need at least 9 more cribs. How many do you really need? Here's all the money you need. We have moral obligations as good people, as servant leaders, as light bringers, to make the fucking money to serve the damn world. It's not greedy. It's not selfish. It's not dirty. There's plenty. There's not a lack of money anywhere. There's a lack in your mindset. So as you're doing this exercise, Keep these things in mind. What can you do in 5 years? What can you do in 3? What can you do in 1 year? And I'll tell you, my friends, the first time I ever did this exercise, it was a little bit different. I did it with a different coach. And so, you know, this is kind of a similar concept, but I've changed it. I ended up crossing off 38 of my 100 in my first year. That's huge. 38 out of 100. So what are your goals going to be? Some are going to be bigger than others. You know, one goal that I have, and I still have, because this is important to me, and it's what's important to you that's important. Obviously. For me, this might make me a little emotional. It's going to, I can feel it. I can feel the tears coming. My father and my father-in-law are very old for their age. Meaning if you saw them, you would think that they were older than they are. They're in their early 60s, but you would easily think that they were 70. Okay? They've worked hard lives. My father-in-law still works. He's a Red Seal welder, and he still works really hard. Okay, I'm sorry. This is making me emotional. Give me a hot second. It's making my eyes burn. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that my husband and I are going to end up taking care of my in-laws, because they worked really hard lives and they don't have a lot to show for it. My dad, on the other hand, worked really hard. He worked at the shipyard when it was here. And I remember when it was 6, it shut down and he came home and he was laid off. And it threw my whole family. I was 6 years old, okay? My brother was 4. It threw the whole, you know, it throws people when suddenly you're jobless. And so my dad went back to school to do investments. And that's why I'm an investment advisor by trade, because him and I, we're going to work together. Story for another day, but investments is not my passion. Coaching is my passion, but I still have that license. Like, you know, I have a degree in science. I still have that degree, even though I'm not doing anything with it. And I still work in his business to help him because he's older and technology is not his friend. So I help him all the time in his business. And so the point of my story is, one of my goals is that my husband is in this really intense training program with his job. And he's not going to have a lot of time off between January, not this coming January, next January, and the next 5 years after that. So we have a very intense couple of years coming up for our family, where every single person in our family is going to sacrifice. My husband is going to sacrifice. He's going to be at school, 8 hours a day. He's going to come home, he's going to have supper, and then he's going to have to study. It's extremely intense because the company he works for pays $500,000 for him to learn what he's learning. So it's very intense. You cannot screw up. You cannot fail. You have to do awesome all the time. And me, being a really supportive wife, I am going to be sacrificing because I'm going to kind of be by myself. I mean, he'll be here, but he's going to be so busy. I'm going to have to make sure that my kids are looked after, which I do as a mom, but right now I'm coaching and he's in the basement playing with my kids, our kids. I'm going to have to make more sacrifices, and my kids have to make sacrifices. They're not going to see their dad in the same capacity that they see him right now for 5 years. And that sucks. So knowing that as a family, all of us are making this huge sacrifice, plus my dad and my father-in-law don't have a lot of time. My big goal right now is to get the money together on my own to pay for my crew, my parents, my in-laws, my brother, his wife, and their 2 children, my 2 sister-in-laws, their husbands, and their 5 children combined. I have full intentions of making all of the money to pay for all of those families to fly to Disney World, because we're Disney people. My mother and father-in-law have never been. Okay? I'm going to fly us all to Disney World. I'm going to get us bungalows at the Polynesian. Every family is going to get their own bungalow. We're going to be there for 10 days. I'm going to pay for all of the park tickets for all of the people. How many people is that? It's like 20 people almost, like 17 people. And I'm going to pay for dining for everybody. And I want to give everybody gift cards for a couple $100 for spending money. I estimate this to cost me well over $100,000. And you're probably thinking, why the hell does she want to do this? I love my family and I love my in-laws so much. This is where I get emotional about it. It's not about the trip and it's not about me. And nobody knows that I want to do this except my husband. This is going to be like a big surprise. It's paid for. Get your time off. This is for the grandkids and the grandparents. Sorry. I don't know why it makes me so emotional to talk about it. This is for the grandkids and the grandparents to make their memories. Because this is going to be a huge event. We're going to spend 10 days together. We're going to go on rides. We're going to stuff our freaking faces. We're going to see all the amazing fireworks. We're going to have an amazing time together. And the grandparents are never going to forget. And the grandkids are never going to forget. And for me, Belinda, I'm so sorry. One thing that I live by is that they say that when you die, your life flashes before your eyes. And if that's true, I want it to be so freaking awesome to watch. Oh, sorry. This is how passionate I am. I want it to be so amazing to watch. I don't want to watch my life flash before my eyes and see a cubicle. Or think of all the stress that was in my life and how there was never enough and we were hungry, we were cold, or, you know, we struggled, or we always had crappy cars. We never got to travel. You're just looking at the same 4 walls and the same miserable feeling in your heart that takes up so much of so many people's lives. I don't want that. I won't have that. And I won't have that for my kids. I want my life to flash before my eyes and be like love, laughter, experiences, places, delicious food, just amazing, amazing, amazing. I want it to be the best movie I've ever watched in my life. And so that's part of it. And that's how I live. My poor husband thinks I'm crazy because my oldest is 5 and then 4. And they both have already been to Disney World twice. And my 2-year-old has been once. We went last Christmas. I want them to have experiences. And yeah, they're not going to remember. People said to me, why are you taking them to Disney? They're not going to remember. The first time we went, they were 2 and 3. 1 and 2? 2 and 3. They were 2 and 3. They were 3 and almost 2. What are you taking them for? They're never going to remember. It's not about them. It's about me. I'm going to remember. I'm never going to forget. I'm never going going to forget that first time. I'm never going to forget their sleepy little pink faces in their double stroller having a nap while we walked around Epcot. I'm never going to forget. And so when you're making your lists, think about these things that you want. Think about what's important in your life. My friends, one more thing before I stop rambling. People think a lot about money. I want to make all of this money. With all of the money comes responsibility. And this was something that I really, it was like a breakthrough for me not that long ago. That it's cool to think of all of this money, but you also have responsibility. So if I grew my business to $10 million, there's a likelihood that I need employees. And I'm excited for the day that I'm hiring employees, multiple employees. But I was faced with this woman who I really look up to. She's a social media manager. She's amazing. And she's a friend of mine. And her company makes tens of millions of dollars. And so you can easily look at that and go, well, shit, I want that. I want a company that makes tens of millions of dollars. But she now has to lease a space for her employees to come, 9 to 5. She has to go in there most days, 9 to 5. She's responsible for all of them. And as cool as it is to go, tens of millions of dollars, is that the lifestyle you want? Think of the money, think of the responsibility, think of the lifestyle you want. I don't want to lease an office space and go right back into a 9 to 5 job. Where, okay, I own it, but I'm still here 9 to 5. I'm still sitting in this office. I still have all these employees I got to work with. I got to make sure they're getting paid. I got to give them their bonuses. Maybe I'm going to give them some kind of medical coverage. I don't want that. That's not the lifestyle I dream of. The lifestyle I dream of, yeah, I want to make millions of dollars. I don't want to make tens of millions of dollars because I want more freedom. I don't want all the responsibility she has. She's doing amazing things. That's just not the lifestyle I want. I want to work a couple hours a day from home like I do right now. I want to be there for my kids. Tomorrow is my oldest son's Christmas concert. He's in kindergarten. My husband, because he's in training, cannot get off work, which is understandable. It's very important that he does not miss any school. I'm not cool with being the parent that has to say, I can't get the time off. I have to miss this. I'll never miss anything because I just won't allow it in my life. I will never miss anything. Friday, he's got a big Christmas breakfast, big pancake breakfast. I'm going to be there volunteering, scooping out pancakes and syrup and whatever else they got to the kids because I want to. Because I want to be that mom. Snow day, we had a snow day. 10 minutes before school's canceled. Or before we go out to the bus, I get a message that school's canceled. Lots of parents would be like, oh my, what am I going to do? You're supposed to get on the bus in 10 minutes. I got to be to work in 20 minutes. Who's going to take care of you? What am I going to do? Do I call in sick? Am I going to get in trouble because I'm calling in sick? Who's going to cover my shift? What's going to happen? Am I going to get in trouble? Like, it's Christmas and it's really crazy at work and I'm definitely going to get in trouble if I call in sick. I don't think I have any more sick days. I wonder if I can take a personal day. Am I going to get written up for this? Fuck that. Sorry for my French, but seriously, fuck that. I don't have to worry about anything. All of our schools canceled. I'm going to put your lunch that I just made you in the fridge. Why don't you, like, go play with Noah? Enjoy your day. Not a big deal for me. I don't want it to be a big deal. I'm blessed. This is the lifestyle that I want. I want to be free. So when you're doing your list, think of all the good you can do in the world. You have a moral obligation to do good in the world. Think of the lifestyle that you want. Belinda. Yeah. Whoop. And share with each other, because you could inspire somebody else. Like maybe you do want to build a well. Maybe you do want to build a hospital. Maybe you do want to build an orphanage. Maybe you want to build like a dog sanctuary, or like a hospice for puppies. Oh no, that's sad. But maybe it's what you want to do. Maybe you want to buy a bunch of tools for your husband. Maybe you want to hire an event decorator to come and decorate your house for the holidays. Like trees, garland, ornaments, lights, beauty. Like something out of a Christmas card or a Hallmark Christmas movie. What do you want to do? It could be anything. Let your creative juices flow and have fun and share. Okay, so that's it. I'm done. That was longer than I expected, but I'm very passionate about when it comes to money mindset, obviously. Okay, so don't forget as you're watching this to type the important things of no email for day 3. Bring a paper and pen, okay? And also, share with me your ahas. Belinda, I can see you typing. I was too in my zone. I'll have to read them later. But share with me your takeaways and your breakthroughs and your ahas as you go through this training video and as you do the exercise. And please, please, please share some. I want to know your top 3, because that's what we're going to work on for the next 3 days. Tomorrow, we are going to connect emotionally. Thursday, you are going to do an amazing, I don't even want to say too much. It's amazing. I've created it. You're going to go into the future and meet yourself so that you can step into that person's shoes now and be future you today. And then on Friday, we're going to create the action plan to get this shit done. So yes, Belinda, go live as soon as I turn this off so I can hear all of your things to share. Much love to you guys.